What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's
Hello,
up?
hello. And we are definitely back on this Good Friday. You already know who it is.
Yay.
It is your girl, Miss Kiwi, and I am in the building. We are definitely waiting on Fast Lane, and he will be pulling up shortly. But my other co host is on the screen. What's going on, Mrs. Mink?
Hey, hey, hey. I'm drained, but I gotta pump up some energy because you know what? I've been
Yeah,
packing,
I
packing,
know it.
packing.
I know it, girl. You got some things going on, honey. You got things going on, but that's all right. We pray for your strength on the night, honey. We pray for
Yes,
your strength
yes,
on
yes,
tonight. But we have a
yes.
great topic tonight, the eagle mentality. But before we get off into that, y'all, we're going to hear the mission statement of why not say it.
That's right. So why not say it? You know what it is. Hey, we want to make sure that we gonna tie that knot, bring in our youth, build that bridge, close that gap between our seasoned and our youth. So we want to make sure that we are grabbing hold to our youth and bringing them back in to where they need to be. That's with that old school magic. Hey, and we listening to y'all too. So you all's words and you all's voice matter as well. But as Miss Kiwi stated, tonight's topic is oh so for real hot. Sizzling, sizzling. It's all about the motivation on tonight. We want to motivate you. We want to get you geared up. We want you believing in yourself. We want you lifting yourself and others. We want you to love on yourself and just everything. So sit back, take this ride with us as we talk about what is it, Miss Kiwi?
The eagle mentality. How
Yeah.
high is your mentality? How high do you fly? And what we want to know is how can you find some of the characteristics in two of the animals that God called upon, which was the eagle and the lion. And we just want to know, you know, we're going to give you some of the characteristics of the eagle, and we want you to call in and let us know out of some of the characteristics that we give you of the eagle, do you find yourself, which ones do you find yourself most, displaying, using towards your life, as far as, growth and personal development, So we're going to talk about it. We really want to know. Call in 515-599-1687. That's
Yeah.
515-599-1687. The eagle mentality. Do you have the eagle mentality? Let's talk
Yes, I
about it.
mean that's a powerful, powerful thing, especially when it is that you think about for those that know, some of the verses of the Bible or what God related Himself even to. Hey, that eagle, hey, takes the wings of that eagle spread so far out until that's what holds them up in the sky so high. They are the highest flying bird outside of the airplane that takes flight and soars. I mean, soars high. So that's what it is that we want you on tonight, to soar high. Don't let nothing stop you. There is no limit as to how high your mentality can rise.
Exactly, exactly. There was a young lady, she had done a podcast that I watched earlier, and she had did it actually on, have you heard of the eagle's mentality? There are studies of the eagle that suggest they have 7 characteristics that people can learn from to power their personal growth and their leadership. So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
said, call in and let us know in some of the characteristics that we give of an eagle, where do you fall in? What are some of your characteristics that you learned and applied to your life to, help you grow in your personal life and in business, just in your life period, basically in your life period. So we want to hear from you. Five one
Yeah,
five 599 1687.
thinking of that eagle mindset, it is the ultimate state of consciousness. It's the ultimate state of consciousness. I mean, when you think about that and being conscious, then just think how high or how mighty or how powerful that is when it is that your mind state is at the ultimate level of consciousness. As we kind of alluded to earlier, when speaking about the revelation of God and how He takes on that form or represents Himself as that eagle or that lion. Eagles are what they consider the top of the chain of the birds, of the bird life, I guess you
Mhm.
would say.
Mhm.
And as it states in the Bible verse Isaiah 40 and 31 from the King James Version, but
Mhm.
they will wait upon the Lord. They shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. This, when I say this verse speaks power in your faith, how much you trust your faith. Just think, God wants us to be so faithful that, hey, we can mount up on our wings. We got wings, just spread them and fly.
Yeah, that's so true. That's true. And another thing, like they say, eagles don't fly with pigeons. They don't fly with crows. They don't, they don't interact. It's almost like they're saying, stay away from narrow-minded people. You know what I'm saying? They don't deal. The eagles just don't deal with certain other birds. Because I guess in an eagle's mind, they're not worthy, or they're like crows. Crows go and kill anything and eat anything. But with an eagle has its mind. They set their eye on a certain prey and they go after it. They fly down on them and they go after it. And I guess in a way to relate that to, a human, you, like they said, stay away stay away from narrow-minded people that don't have that same mentality or don't have that same drive to, get to wherever it is you're trying to get to, or be successful in any of the things that you're trying to be successful in.
And don't think of it as being like you think that you are, above someone, where it is that you like cocky or you putting someone down. No, it's about, hey, displaying that lead by example, because hopefully, prayerfully, somebody will catch on to what it is that you're doing, and you will motivate them to want to spread their wings and fly high and become motivated to try to soar and excel in what it is that they can do in life. Because God blessed us with everybody has some form of talent. If not one, hey, there could be many of talents that you possess, but you have to have that mindset to want to. Your mindset controls your will. Your
Exactly.
mindset will motivate your will and help you to want to do better for yourself.
Exactly. And another thing, eagles only fly with eagles. And what that's saying to me, and to relate to humans, is that if there's a certain goal or a certain are you trying to get to a certain place, you have to get around people that's doing like things that you are doing, and you all can motivate each other to push and to strive to get to where you're trying to go. So that's
Mhm.
another thing, that as far as with eagles only hang with eagles, meaning that I'm only going to be around people that associates themselves with what I'm doing, what my goals are, so we can push each other to get where we need to go.
Yeah, and I don't think we broke down at first, Miss Kiwi, what an eagle mindset is,
Okay.
but that's an attitude of strength, honor, freedom, which encourages us to unlock our potential with resilience and compassion. We also have to have that dedication. You have to be dedicated to want to do that as well. Don't give up, even though it is that you may get, hit, because we all go through trials and tribulations, but don't give up. Hey, keep striving because God got you and He gonna take you where it is that you should be going, but you
Exactly.
have to have that will to want to soar and fly.
Exactly. And another characteristic is eagles have that eye. They have that eye where they way up in the sky, but they can focus in on something so little as an ant. And when they get ready to zoom in on you, then you know what I'm saying, they got that eye, that special vision eye. And to relate that to humans, you know what I'm saying, that's almost like you got to be able to have the ability to focus, to straight,
Mhm.
keep your mind and your focus on what it is that you're trying to get to. That's that mentality mind. And some of us, have to reprogram our mind to be able to focus because we have so many things that's going on in our lives and outside of our lives that we be more concerned on as opposed to focusing on putting that eye vision on that prize and zooming in and go for it. So
So, Miss Kiwi, how do you think or do you possess that eagle
I
mentality?
do. I do because what comes with that is creativity. And once upon a time I felt like I lost it. But I think we all kind of go through that, you know what I'm saying? Um that creativity mindset where we can be able to visualize, we can see it and visualize it and do it. I am more of a see it, visualize it, and hands on as opposed to you know you teaching me from the book. And that's just how it is. I'm more of a visual person. I'm more of a hands-on person. So yeah, I would think I do have that visual eye, that eagle eye, I should say, that eagle eye, when you can straight focus on something and strive to get to it. What
I know
about
it's
you?
something that you have to build, you have to build it up.
Oh yeah, you do have to work on that. It don't just, well, I say this. Some of us do just have it. Some of us do have to build it up because we allow other things to cloud our judgment and to get in the way of what we should be focusing on. So some people do have to build it up, and some of us, hey, when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. That's like that eagle. They stay ready. They fly
Hmm.
high, they soar. They already
Hmm.
looking down to see what they trying to get to next. And once they focus in on you, you got it. So yeah, I do believe I do. Do you think you have that eagle eye?
I do. I do because me myself, and hey, and I know I have a lot going on. I want to grab hold to a lot. So sometimes that can throw you off too from,
Mm-hmm.
hey, what your focus is supposed to be. But it's just that because it is that I know that God has blessed me with so many gifts until, hey, I'm not getting ready to be unthankful and not use them. And
Right.
I grab hold to whatever it is that I know that I'm capable of achieving, and I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna
Exactly.
go for it and work hard to try and achieve it. I know that I have stumps and stumbles and I get bruised and everything along the way, but one thing I don't do is give up. I'm not gonna give up.
Exactly. You gotta straight, get that mentality where, I gotta focus in. I gotta focus on what I need to be doing. I gotta focus on how I need to do it. I need to focus on what's going to actually get me there, because you can get distracted by a lot of things that's not going to even get you to where you're trying to go. And here you are, you can start getting caught up and wrapped up in a lot of things that that's like I said, won't get you where you're trying to go, and you'll find yourself putting things to the side. So you have to stay focused and you have to use that eagle eye. That eagle eye.
So, what do you think an ego attitude is?
Um, I would say, to some people they may say an eagle is arrogant. I won't so much say it's arrogant. An eagle just knows what they want. They knows how to go about getting it, and they're not going to allow anything to stop them from their focus. So,
And me myself personally, I feel that an ego attitude is that part of you that functions on integrity, and keep it positive. There are moments when it is that it's not so positive, but when it is that you are able to keep that positive attitude, that helps to strengthen that ego mindset,
mhm,
because it also helps to strengthen those values that are required to help you to overcome what it is that you are being challenged with. Those storms that come in life, hey, eagles, they fly through storms.
yes.
So when you
As a
have
matter of
that
fact, they
eagle
love them
mindset,
storms. They love
that's
the
right.
storms.
That's right. So when you have that eagle mindset, then that means that, hey, you can strive when
Is
that storm comes your way. Hey, you know how to pray. You know that if you are strong in your faith, you're going to be brought through it. You're
and
going to be brought through it.
and the thing about it is that I'm sure even an eagle have its moments, because they said that like when a eagle has ate so much prey and then done so much flying, they did say that the eagle takes its take its time. I mean, going to its own little personal shelter away from all other eagles. And at that moment, they start to shed their feathers. They start to
Mm-hmm.
like detox. And I related that to humans by, when we going through so much and we have accomplish some of the things that we have set our mind to accomplish, then sometimes we do take that set to the side to get that me time to shed some of those layers
Mm-hmm.
and detox our mind and detox our body to get rejuvenated, to bounce back and then come back and pursue that next goal that we have. And
Mm-hmm.
that's another thing that that I admired about eagles. It's not, they didn't say eagles was a constant go, all go, 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 go without nonstop. They don't say. Eagles take time to themselves, and they go and they hibernate. And like I said, they shed them feathers. They detox all that prey and all of that stuff that they got into their bodies. And we as humans, we tend to do that as well. And once you come up out of that detox and shedding them layers, then you're rejuvenated. You're back to ready to, you got that mind state that now I'm back ready to get back at it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So that was
right.
another thing
Mm-hmm.
I admired about the eagle.
And me myself, I like the fact that because it is that they soar so high, it represents for us that, as I stated earlier, it's infamous. Your possibilities are infamous. And if it is that you just settle for what's here on earth, then that means that you're going to settle for the lowest of the lowest. Why
Exactly.
not reach for the sun, the moon, the clouds, the sky, and above?
Exactly.
Because there is infamous possibilities of what it is that you can do. When you are so full of faith and you on your high hiatus of being very faithful, and hey, knowing that no matter what, you can do all things and come through all things,
Mhm.
then that's detaching yourself from the earthly things, and you really are tapping into your spirit and your soul. So that was something that I found very interesting about the eagle, because some of their characteristics, like you stated, they know how to detach themselves
Mhm.
because they fly so high, higher than any other, animal or that flies. I'll say that bird. Then that, so it's so spiritual and
It
soulful.
is. It is. And that's why I say, To me, this is a good topic because sometimes you have to come outside of your norm of how you think and the way you feel, and you have to go into that. You know what I'm saying? Let me investigate or research on something different to make my mind think of something different. Get my mentality as as opposed to just being one track minded or I'm comfortable, I'm cool with what I am. The eagle is a person, I mean, a animal that you truly can see a lot of characteristics about yourself if you really soul search yourself in a eagle.
That's right. And with that eagle, their personality is so strong. Like
Mm-hmm.
you had kind of alluded to earlier, they're very direct. They are assertive. And a lot of us can be very direct,
Yes,
very
yes,
assertive,
yes.
and, take charge. I know, especially from a female standpoint,
Yeah.
sometimes, hey, and I know if you are, I guess you would say an alpha female, a very strong minded female, then you have those characteristics or that personality of an eagle
Yeah.
because we take charge. I know that I
Exactly.
do. I'll say I'm a
Exactly.
very take charge person, although I know how to lay back when I need to lay back. But I'm, for the most part, I'm a take charge person, and
Exactly.
I am assertive. Sometimes I can be a little assertive, too much
Exactly.
assertive, but I am assertive, and I'm not so much direct because I consider others, feelings.
So,
But when
so
I need to be direct, I can be.
but let me ask you this: so you saying a person that's direct don't be considerate of other people's feelings?
No, I'm saying as far as me.
Oh,
Because sometimes you can be too direct to
yeah,
whereas to you
yeah,
not taking other people's feelings
feelings,
in,
yeah,
into a context, because all at that point you just thinking about what it is that you saying, how
exactly.
you feeling, and you not looking at it from a standpoint of nobody else. So I'm saying, as far as from my standpoint, sometimes I may not be as direct, only because I'm too busy thinking about somebody else's feelings when they may need that directness,
And
honestly.
I'm gonna say I'm a very direct person, but even in me being a direct person, um, like you said, sometimes you can be too direct. So I do find myself apologizing, and I'm trying to actually get away from that though, because I shouldn't feel like I have to apologize for a lot of things that I say. But let me say this: a lot of things that I may say might bother or affect someone, but if you don't let me know that what I said affected you, then you know what I'm saying, it can't be corrected. But I can say I am a very direct person, and I'm not saying that's always good, but at the same token, I do respect and I care about other people's feelings. I respect people's opinion. I respect how people feel, but you have to also let me know if something I said offended you or rubbed you the wrong way or made you feel any type of way other than good. You
Right.
have to relate that to me because sometimes I can be direct. Well, most of the
Hmm.
time I'm direct. I'm very direct. But
Absolutely.
but but they say that with eagles are fearless and they
Hmm.
are always challenging. And I can probably say that I'm fearful. Now I'm not saying that I don't have any fears because I have some fears that I am working on. And anybody that know me know bugs. Cause I get this saying all the time, girl, you'll kill yourself from a bug, but you'll fight a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't
I
that the
get that
truth?
all the time. You dig? I get that all the time. But and it is some truth to that, but to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? In these times, ain't nobody quick to jump off and want to be trying to fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting
Right.
too old for that, but don't get it twisted. I can still throw these hands like Rocky. But
So
yeah, though.
how do you think that you can deal with an eagle personality?
For me per se, I deal with my ego personality by staying in the mirror. And what I mean by that is, sometimes we don't think our shit stink. Sometimes we feel like because this is how we grew up, or this is what we were taught, or because this is what I learned from reading and doing research, that my shit don't stink. But I have learned that even with an ego mentality, my shit stinks every now and again, but it smells like peaches.
Or kiwi. Smell like
Smell
kiwis.
just like a kiwi, baby. Now, but with my ego
Yeah,
mentality, I still have to check myself. But for the most part, I can honestly say I'm fearless. I'm fearless, and hey, it is what it is. I am facing my fear as far as little creatures, but it's coming. It's coming. As far as I can focus in on something, and that's where my mind is. A lot of times people feel like, oh, she don't really do too much. But because I'm not sharing or showing or giving them the blueprint of what I'm doing, I stay focused on what I need to do as far as trying to get something to be able to leave to my grandbabies, my daughter, my grandbabies, to help my mother and pop off, while they still living. Everybody, just everybody. Everybody that's on my team, everybody that's been riding, what I'm saying, through the thick and the thin, because we go through the mud. You hear me? That's that
absolutely.
that's that ego mentality that I have, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I
Absolutely.
keep my eye though on my prey. And what I mean by that is, what I'm saying, I keep my enemies close. And I keep
So,
God even closer. You know what I'm saying? So,
so do you think that an eagle can be loyal?
I do. I really do. It's loyal to the things that that's important to him, to them. As far as hey, yeah, I do. I feel like an eagle can be loyal. I really do.
Absolutely, because I
Yeah.
feel that, with that eagle mentality, because it is that you are, in some instances, you have that dominant personality, then that means that you're going to go to great lengths to
Exactly.
protect who
Exactly.
it is that you need to protect. You're not going to let anyone in, per se, your nest egg, and or you're not going to let too many people get too close where they can harm who it is that you care about. And I know that that's something that I possess a great deal of, is, hey, when I go hard for somebody, I go hard for them. And naturally, for my sisters and my brothers, hey, hands down, that ain't no question. It ain't no question about that. But when it is that, say for instance, from a friendship to a relationship, my husband, I'm gonna go hard for you.
In the
I'm
paint.
gonna go
In
hard
the
for you.
paint.
So that's where my domineering facet comes from, because I'm gonna make sure that my, hey, you taken care of. I got your back. I'm that
Exactly.
ride or die eagle. I'm that ride or die
Okay,
eagle.
okay. But when you say that ride or die, I don't think a lot of men really know what that ride or die mean. I just think that when the song and people started using that ride or die, it went viral, and baby, everybody uses a ride or die. But I just feel like a lot of people don't really know what that ride or die really, really, truly means. You know what I'm saying? It's no stipulations. It's no what is it called, where you have wrong intentions, and you know what I'm saying. That ride or
Mm-hmm.
die is that person that they gonna make sure, no matter what, even when we mad, even when what I'm saying, you may have done me wrong, or you feel I may have done you wrong, you know what I'm saying, it don't
Mm-hmm.
change. When you loving on a person, and you know what I'm saying, and y'all all good, and oh baby, even in that moment when y'all ain't good and y'all mad at each other, that ride or die still riding for you. That ride
Absolutely.
or die still gonna make sure you good, 10 toes down. You dig what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
why I say, people.
Yeah, and you know what? And that ride or die is that eagle mentality. Because
Exactly.
I found where when I was asking you, can an eagle be loyal? Hey, eagles can live up to 30 years in the
Dang.
wild, and they are extremely territorial. See, which I am too.
Yeah.
I know that I
Yeah.
may. Hey, I may talk about my husband, or if I say something to my sister or whatever the case may be, and we have our little words, or my brother or whatever, nobody else can. Nobody
Exactly.
else can get that off.
Exactly.
Nobody else can disrespect or talk about my husband, not to me. Now, you
Exactly.
may do it
But
to
you know,
somebody else,
but
but you can't do it to me.
exactly. And you know what the thing about it is that that's what make all of us eagles though, because I would never even disrespect my sister to my, talk to you bad about your husband. I have
Mm-hmm.
voiced my opinion, but even in voicing my opinion, I can honestly say I love my brother-in-law. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? My brother-in-law, I don't care where I go or where I been or when I come, he'll never treat me different. He ain't never treated me different. Now, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we all as family have things that we might not like
I can't
about.
hear you now. Can you hear me?
We all, have things that we might not like about people, but the thing about it is that even with that, that's still our opinions. But with a eagle, eagles only ride with eagles. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how that is. But hey, call in 515-599-1687. We definitely would love to hear about what you have to say and how you feel on an eagle mentality. So, yeah, let's talk about that. Can you hear me, Miss Mink? You still can't hear me? Well, we're going to get you together in a minute, because what we're talking about is, do you have an eagle mentality? And we want to know. Let's talk about it. 515-599-1687.
Can you?
1687. Yes, I can. Well, I could hear you, but I guess we're going to get that together. Give us one moment. But we just going to keep it rolling. We're talking about eagles. How can you compare some of the eagle traits to your everyday living? Do you have that eagle mentality? Can you focus in on things that you have to focus in to get where you have to go? Successful people think with eagle mentality. So we would love to hear from you. But thank we would Miss Mink, can you hear me? Can you hear me? You
Can you
still?
hear me?
I definitely can, ma'am. I hear you, honey.
You probably can't hear me, can you?
Oh, I hear you. You just can't hear me. But we're going to keep it going, though. But we're talking about the eagle mentality and the two animals that God called, which was the eagle and the lion. And we can relate to being lions because of their ego that they have, that strong, that strength, that protector. So, we want to hear from you. What you got to say about that? Do you feel like you are that eagle, and what are some of your traits? Or do you have that lion mentality? So, Miss Mink, we trying to get you back, baby, but give us a minute. Another thing about eagles, you will never catch them eating anything dead. They focus in on their prey, and when they focus in on their prey, it's live prey, and then they go straight at it. They catch it and then they kill it, but you will never catch them eating on anything dead. So that kind of relates to humans. Actually, we was not meant to eat meat, but a lot of us eat meat. So, what are some of the traits? Talk to me. 515-599-1687. We would love to hear from you. Mrs. Mink, are you there? We see you on the screen, but we still can't hear you. Can you hear me? No, you can't hear us? Well, that's okay. Call in if you can't hear. Call in. Call the hotline and we'll answer it. Because we don't know what's going on with the sound right now. But like I said, eagles also take their time out, to themselves, and they go and
After the
hibernate.
tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Hold on, we're going to answer you. Hold on, Mrs. Mink. Hello, Mrs. Mink, can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm glad you're back on the scene. I don't know. We're gonna give Fast Lane. He's not here yet, but we won't worry about all of that. We'll just check on him in a minute. But yeah, as we were speaking on, the mentality of an eagle. So,
Yes, most definitely. And I was listening to what it was that you were saying when it was that I was speaking of that loyalty, you know, and many eagles, like humans, they're good spouses, good parents, loyal to their mates, good providers, for their families and their young and so on and so forth. So, hey, when you have that eagle mentality, as I stated, the sky's the limit. There is infinite possibilities being an eagle. Just take soar. Open those wings up. Take soar and fly.
exactly, exactly. We just gotta, Mrs. Mink. What about that one video you said that you was gonna share with us? We still got a few more minutes. You were gonna share a video with us about,
Well, I had sent it to you. Can you pull it up from YouTube?
um,
I sent it to you
you would
in the
have to
link.
share it
I
on
sent
your,
that link.
yeah, but you would have to share it on your. You can't share it on your
You
screen.
won't be able to. You
No.
won't be able to hear it because I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay, okay. Well, basically, but the just tell us what the video was kind of saying.
Basically, what it was talking about is what it is that we've been talking about all night in reference to the seven, some of the
Seven
seven
characteristics.
attributes that an eagle possesses.
Okay.
And you kind of went through some of those attributes with what an eagle possesses. I mean, hey, and when you have that eagle mentality, you possess those same attributes. You can possess those same attributes because the eagle mentality is such a representation of how it is that we can soar. We don't have to stay at ground level. You don't have to stay at ground level, and you don't want to stay at ground level. At least I would hope that, others don't. So that was something that, that video was saying. I'll try and see if it'll let me share it and you can hear it. I found it very interesting. Hold on. Let me see if it'll pull it up for us. And if you can hear it, you have to let me know if you can hear it.
Okay.
See, with me calling in, I don't know if
Right.
you can hear it then. But let me see. I'm going to go to my library.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Well, that's okay. If you can't pull it up. Because actually people can, look it up for themselves. Hey, knowledge is power. That means that, we got to
Mm-hmm.
start picking up books and we got to start researching things and, not always just listening to what everybody tells you, or when you in conversation, you take that conversation to somewhere else and talk it as if you actually looked it up or researched it. But, like I said, eagles are very interesting, a very interesting bird, and the mentality that eagles have, a lot of the characteristics that they have, you really can relate that to your everyday life, as far as trying
Mm-hmm.
to grow and, make your, grow in your life and make your leadership more powerful. So, I appreciate this segment that we did on eagle mentality. So, yeah.
Yes, yes. And I mean it was all to represent that motivation. We all need some form of motivation in our life at some time in our life. And not everybody is self motivated. So when it is that you are able to gain those nuggets, hear it from someone else,
Mhm.
then it's helpful.
It does. It really does. It really does. So,
It
what's
is
up?
really
What's up,
helpful
Fast
when it is.
Lane? What's going on? Fast Lane has entered the building. So,
Welcome in, Fast Lane. You were stuck in that old traffic.
Yeah, I was in the track, dipping through the fast lane,
y-
trying to get here.
yeah. So it's all good though. You know, we're gonna do that last little 10 minutes with, some of the views that you say. As far as what you think on the eagle mentality. We know you just now coming in, but can you drop a couple of little jewels on the last little 10 minutes of the? Well, you ain't got to do the whole 10, but we'll talk about just drop a few jewels on what you think about an eagle mentality. Do you have any of those characteristic traits of an eagle?
Definitely an eagle. And one thing for sure, eagles don't fly with pigeons. You know what I'm
And
saying?
definitely not.
You ain't gonna never catch them flocking together.
Yeah, so we were just sharing a lot of things on, going kind of back and forth with some of the things that we thought of our own personal lives of some of the characteristics of eagles. Like eagles are very fearless. And I was just explaining, like, yeah, I am a very fearless person. I do have some fears, but it's not fear, like I have a fear of bugs, something like that. But as
Well,
far
we know
as
that.
having a fear
We
of,
know that.
not I don't have a fear of not starting something. Like, I can focus in, I can, visualize it, I can create it and put hands on it and focus on it to get to my goal, and that's one of the things of an eagle. Eagles are fearless, and they stay challenging. They always have a challenge as far as an eagle is concerned. So we were just sharing some of the characteristics of an eagle and, how we feel like in our everyday life we have some. But so that's where, and we were
And I
also
was
talking.
trying to pull up that eagle mentality motivational video. I think I found it, so I'm gonna try and see if I can share my screen,
Okay,
and I'm gonna see if you can hear it.
okay. And
Wait
we
a
were
minute.
okay while you're doing that, and we were just saying how with eagles only fly with eagles, meaning that when you relate that to human form, eagles only going to fly with eagles because they're going somewhere. They trying to make it somewhere, and they're staying focused on where they trying to get to. So when you bring it to the human aspect, that's just like with us. We set goals. We have things that we, want to accomplish in life. So we focus in on it, and we know what we have to do to get there. You know what I'm saying? So that was another thing that I liked about eagles.
One thing you'll notice about an eagle is a lot of times you see them, they by themselves. That's
Exactly.
because
Mm-hmm.
they mission is way higher than the average. You know what I'm saying? So the average can't go. That's like they're saying everybody can't go. You know what I mean? That
Exactly.
eagle is flying high because that's in his destiny, and he ain't let nobody else stop him. You know what I mean? You can't clip his wings.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He's flying high for a reason. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, but
Okay, so you all can tell me. Can you see that on the screen?
yeah.
All right. Let me see if I can have you to hear it.
Okay. No, that. It's an echo to it. Oh yeah, that was an echo to it.
Okay, so yeah, you won't be able to hear. I don't think you all can hear what it is. Let me see. I'm trying to play it.
Right. No, it probably had an echo, but play it and see.
I'm getting ready. I'm trying to. Oh, it ain't even letting me play it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, you would have to pull it up from that end.
Oh, you say you were.
Like you pull up YouTube videos from that end, you would have to pull it from that end.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I don't know, bro. You probably have to get it from Justin, but I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't. Do you know how to share your screen to pull up a video?
Nah, to be
I
honest
see.
with
That's the only thing about it. I don't know how to share this screen by it. Your sound
you.
went out. It probably don't come out. The sound probably still won't come
I
out.
wouldn't be able. I would be able to hear it only through the phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hit
So
play and see if it'll play. Is it showing on your screen, too?
on mine.
It's showing on mine over here.
Yeah.
Is your, you know how you play music from YouTube?
Mhm. Yeah, I don't have that. I would have to get that adapter.
Cable.
That adapter.
Is he
But
right there?
huh?
Is he right there? Just wait.
Do you have that adapter? iPhone.
What's up with it, bro?
So hold on, we finna see now, real quick.
Okay.
See if we can pull it up before it's over.
What is your light, bro?
Yeah. So hold on, let's see. It but you still can't hear it. Yeah, it's probably not gonna come up. He would have to probably take his time to set it up, cause it's not. I got it playing, but it's okay. There it goes.
Here's the 7 mentalities that we can learn from an eagle. Number 1, eagles fly alone at high altitude. Eagles don't fly with sparrows, ravens, and other small birds, meaning stay away from narrow-minded people, those that bring you down. Eagles fly with eagles. There's a saying that goes like this: people you hang around will eventually determine the person you become. Keep good company. Number 2, eagles have vision. They have the ability to focus on something as far as 5 kilometers away. No matter what the obstacles, the eagle will not move his focus from the prey until he grabs it. Meaning have a vision and remain focused in your life.
But can't
no matter
fly
what
high.
the obstacles
But
and
an
challenges you may face, don't give up and you will succeed. Number 3, eagles are fearless. An eagle will never surrender to the size or strength of its prey. It will always give a fight to win its prey or regain its territory, meaning no matter what the size or big your problems are, don't give up. Instead, face it. Successful people are fearless. They face problems head on. Number 4, eagles are tenacious. Eagles love storm. When clouds gather, the eagles get excited. The eagles use the storm wind to lift themselves higher. Once it finds the wind of the storm, the eagles use the raging storm to lift itself above the clouds. This gives the eagle the opportunity to glide and rest its wings. In the meantime, all the other birds hide in the branches and leaves of the tree, meaning achievers are not afraid of challenges. Rather, they relish in them and use them for profitability. Number 5, eagles never eat dead things. Eagles never eat dead meat. In other words, an eagle does not scavenge. It only eats the meat from the prey it kills itself. Meaning, do not rely on your past success. Keep looking for new frontiers to conquer. Leave your past where it belongs, in the past. Number 6, eagles prepare for training. They remove the feather and the soft grass in the nest so that the young ones get uncomfortable in preparation for flying. And eventually, they fly when it becomes too unbearable to stay in the nest. Meaning, leave your comfort zone. there is no growth there. Last but not least, number 7, eagles possess vitality. When the eagle grows old, his feathers become weak and cannot take him as fast and as high as it should. This makes him weak and could make him die, so he retires to a place far away in the mountains. And while there, he plucks out the weak feathers in his body and breaks his beak and his claws against the rocks until he is completely bare. A very bloody and painful process. Then he stays in his hiding place until he has grown new feathers, new beaks and claws, and then comes out flying higher than ever before. Meaning, we occasionally need to shed off old habits, no matter how difficult. Things that burden us or add no value to our lives should be let go of. Thanks for watching this video. Share and subscribe for more amazing inspiration.
Wow. Hey, an eagle is real determined. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
Hey, now that's some real discipline. He'll tear himself down just to build himself back up. You know what I'm saying?
Back up.
That's right.
That's why I'm an eagle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And he know how to separate himself to strengthen himself. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how I kind of related to myself. Like, excuse me, sometimes I have to detach away from everything and go into that shut-in mode, you know, and start shedding them layers, you know what I'm saying? So I can rejuvenate myself, get my mind back rejuvenated. So when I come back, I can focus on my next goal and stay focused on that to where I can achieve what I'm trying to, you know, achieve. So, yeah, we got a lot of ego in us, you know, and even though we didn't touch much on the lion, you know, you can also find some of the traits of a lion inside of you.
We're going to come back with it.
Yeah, we'll come back with that on the next episode. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But we talk more about the eagle and, you know, some of their characteristics that they have. And, you know, it was very interesting to me because I saw a lot of my characteristics in an eagle, you know? So, yeah. So
and when it is that, you know, that eagle was shedding its feathers, you know, and it says that it becomes weak, we all have those weak moments. But those are the moments that are we're rebuilding our strength.
Exactly.
We're, you know, rebuilding because he came out soaring afterwards.
And that's what you have to do. You got to come back out soaring. You may have failed, but it ain't about the fall. It's about how long you stay down and wallow in that fall. So, hey, no matter what you do, think like an eagle. Find characteristics that the eagle have and put it in your everyday life and push forward and stay focused on what it is that you want to accomplish. And, you know, of course, we come into that time where we are out of time. But we will definitely be back next Friday. Miss Mink or Fastlane, y'all have any final words?
Yes. Eagles don't fly with pigeons. It's levels. And when you think higher for yourself, you fly higher.
Amen. What about you, Miss Mink? Anything you need to say?
I was going to say stay encouraged, stay motivated. Most of all, have the faith that you can do all things. All things but fail. And one thing that I can say also is Miss Mink may not be here next Friday only because she's moving. I'll be telling you where I'll be going to.
As a matter of fact, none of us might not be here next Friday. I just forgot because we are, we all helping her. We all helping her move, so.
Moving on to next and bigger things. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's time for that next step. Time to pluck those feathers, tear that beak off, and rebuild a new one. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Absolutely, Fastlane.
It's always about rebuilding, even when you're trying to elevate to the next level. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about you had to fall to the ground to elevate. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's just knowing that it's time to go to that next level. You know, like they say, eagle don't get too comfortable. Exactly. You know?
Do it.
Yes. Most definitely. As usual, Fastlane comes in and he drops some knowledge. Hey, we always like to hear that knowledge. And we share with each other. Hey, I love the topic. I can't wait for our next topic because, hey, we're going to keep it going as far as motivation and building that character.
Exactly. And you know what? Even though, like I said, we didn't speak much on the lion, we definitely will bring it back because, hey, we want you all to know about the characteristics of the lion. That's the second animal. Well, I don't know which one came first or second, which God called.
The eagle.
But okay, but we will speak on the lion because both of those animals hold very dear weight when it comes to God's, what God is saying and what God is showing you all the characteristics that He has, and how He does. So until next Friday, we thank you for tuning in. Hopefully next time you all will call in 515-599-1687 and join into the conversation. And like we said, if it's anything that you want to talk about, get at one of us, Fast Lane 747, Miss Mink, or myself, Miss Kiwi, and we definitely will get it on the platform. And we still have our youth segments, but right now we just kind of have them off and on, but just stay tuned. If you have a youth that would like to get involved, reach out to us. We would definitely love to have them. Until next time, we definitely will not be here next Friday, so excuse us for our absence, but we will be here the following Friday. So tune in. We'll have another great show for you. Love y'all until the next time. Peace out. Stay safe.
I can't even lie, man, I feel innocent. Ever since I put them down, I've been down innocent. I put my soul on it, more valuable than diamonds.